Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of Old Tower of Doom week 36. I keep forgetting, it's big number. Not as big number as Guild War. Sorry, 38, day 2. So today, of course, we got ourselves the faction event for the Fire Rift. Overall, pretty easy location, brown red, not too bad of a coloration as far as troop options. Not only that, but the pure faction's pretty straightforward. You just spam Lava Dragon until you win, or I should say Magma Dragon, more so. But that's the game plan for that, though of course we'll just be doing the basic battles to get all of the rewards. Speaking of rewards, of course, this is Tower of Doom week, and probably the first thing we start off with is the good old Tower of Doom. We're starting to get almost to the extended rewards, or the 4 new categories of rewards over there, soon. Seems like we'll get it by whenever our zeros do their battles. No, actually, we only have 2 zeros right now, so we should be okay. Seems like everyone's pretty much getting their battles. It looks like almost everyone's using Ring as well. So it doesn't look like anyone's really forgetting, or maybe there are a few right here that are forgetting. But for the most part, most people in the guild are not forgetting. Let's see, is there anyone who has an 8 who has like that low of a score? Nope, I don't see any. Okay, so it looks like pretty much everyone, if not everyone, remembered to use the rings. That's nice. But yeah, for any of you that don't know, you do need to use the ring within these battles. So we need 3 and 5 here. We already took 3, we need 5. But yeah, you do need to use the ring this week, the Doomed Band, in order to get double battles, or double Doom credit for the final fight on the floor. This is not required on every floor leading up to it, though I'm just using it because I just don't want to keep switching it back and forth. However, on the very last fight, you are required to end up using it. Otherwise, you won't get double points. You'll just get the same amount of points that you used to get back in the day. But now you do get double every single time that you kill it out with the Doom weapon. Basically giving some incentive to actually using the Doom weapon for once, unlike in the past where most weeks you would pretty much never touch it ever. But now there's actually incentive to utilize it some. If nothing else, at least for one singular event, until it never gets used again. Alright, we'll take our yellow, get our mana. And we will be progressing in Underspire today. We're currently technically on perfect streak right now. So there is a chance we'll be able to maintain it. I highly doubt the pathing we have is still on track for it, but you never know. We'll find out. Won't know till we get there. I have no clue if we have any alignment right now. I'm just going for it. We do not. But we'll clear out the board, get our last little bit of mana. One last guard should be good to go. So I had a bit of a hangnail earlier, and now it's bleeding on me. What's it doing? I haven't done that in a while. Oh no, stop bleeding. I need that thumb for clicking mouse. Why couldn't it be the other hand? I will take the other one over. Also, why are you being so slow? I know you fall off around this range, but come on, stop not doing damage. There you go. You'll be fine. We'll keep using it. Okay, what do we need here? Nothing? Nothing. Right, take the battle. Be good to go. Also, hello everyone, by the way. Let me start all the way from the top. Hello, Bill. Hello, Nightmare. Hello, yeah. Hello, Daddy Shark. Hello, Jason. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Supernova. Hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Assuming you don't need to spend scrolls on a Doom weapon. No, you do not need to spend scrolls on the Doom weapon. I showed that during the video as well, just to double check. Or I tested it one beforehand and then again after, or during. But yes, you do not need the weapon upgraded at all. You can simply keep it at level 0, and you will still get double points. I did max mine just because why not? However, I did test it twice, and yes, you do get full double credit even if you do not upgrade the weapon, which is pretty nice. So you are not required to upgrade it. You are required to have it in order to get the double points, but you're not required to upgrade it at all. You can keep it at level 0 and never upgrade it ever, and it will still give you max points for the week, which is also nice. And that actually applies to all the newer modes. For example, raids and invasions, even though, of course, they do still scale damage-wise based on Ascension, their double points are not scaled based on Ascension. So you could technically have them unupgraded and still get double points for raids and invasions. It does still count for Journey, though. Journey's points is scaled based on Ascension, and same as Bounty Hunter this weekend. But Raids, Invasion, and Tower of Doom do not actually need the troops to be upgraded, or in case the Tower of Doom, the weapon, in order to get the double points. They just simply have to be there. Only in Bounty Hunter and what's it called? Bounty Hunter and Journeys, do you actually need to upgrade it, as their points are directly tied to their trait based on Ascension. Alright, all we have here is number 3, so let's take that, be good to go. Did I get the Mew code yet? No, I did see it though. Actually, I told Isabel about it, which is kind of funny. I told Isabel about it because I saw the Nintendo Presents like as I was waking up, because I didn't realize it was today. So I was just checking YouTube, and I just randomly saw in my like recommendeds, like, oh, Nintendo Direct, or not Nintendo Direct, but a Pokemon Direct happening right now. But I told Isabel about it, and I still haven't claimed it myself, which is kind of funny. But I still need to go do that. But yeah, it will actually be the first Mew I ever had. Mew is considered a mythical Pokemon, and mythical Pokemon are generally really annoying to ever get. And it's actually the first Mew I've ever had in the over 2.5 decades of playing Pokemon. It is my very first one. No, I don't have it yet, but we'll get it soon. I'm not going to bother training it yet, though, because I'm not sure what we'll need for the raid. Though, assuming it's going to be a Psychic type, all you need to do is just make your Mew into a Dark type and just obliterate it. Seems easy enough. Because if I'm not mistaken, doesn't Mew learn like almost every ability in existence, or at least like a really, really wide range of abilities? So it probably has Dark Pulse or something similar. Yeah, we'll take this one right over here. Yeah, it's a pretty cool event that they have. They didn't really announce much though. They announced a little bit about the DLC, which looks kind of average, but we'll see how it goes. But a couple things about it look pretty cool. And what else? They didn't really announce much. They announced no new big game, unless I missed it somewhere. They did not really announce much during the Direct. Let's see. Purple to yellow does nothing. What's your other one again? Green to Skull does something, but not enough. But I'm still going to do it because of Valraven. And we get the secured kill. I'll take the mana just to get the ring going. Because I'm going to ring into guard. Give him the extra armor, give him that magic. Too bad it doesn't barrier as well. These are some things that can mass armor that give barrier. He's not one of them. The ring, that is. We'll take that down. The thing of reviving is going to be annoying, so I'm just going to kill it now just so we can focus it with more damage. Because we probably have one more AoE in us. If we could ever get his mana, that is. What's our best bet? Probably red, just so we could directly cast on him. Also, thank you, Florian, for the continued support. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Let's see. What do we need here? We'll take our yellow. Our Bork rolling. This guy full revived. Stop hitting the thing that I need to not take damage. The struggle of Guard's avatar. If he takes any damage at all, it substantially reduces how much damage he does. Back to the enemy. Which is the only bad issue about using him as our primary damage source. To a degree, we do have a secondary one, but it doesn't do that much. Like, it does do a lot, but we're mostly using him as a finisher, not as like our main way of doing damage. He has a good single target, but not so good at killing out everything else. Alright, floor 20, another one that only has one. It looks like we should be able to finish Tower of Doom by tomorrow, which is kind of nice. Oh yeah, I did see the Candy Apple Pokemon. That was funny. It seems like it's going to be really weak, though. Because Applin was already, like, a joke Pokemon. This is, like, one of those lower evolution things you would never use. So unless it's, like, a weird mid-evolution thingy, they can use, like, an Eviolite on. Like, it seems like a gimmicky Pokemon that might never get used. Just like Gems of War cards. Honestly, Gems of War has the same problem. They're both getting to the point where they have, like, 1,000+ different options. Because Pokemon, most recent gen reached over 1,000 as well. And Gems of War is at like 1,300. And you get to the point where, you know, you can only add so much to the game. Before you have like so many things that are like kind of repeaty of each other. Or just very small variations, or just weaker than what already exists. And Pokemon's starting to fall into that hole currently as well. Just from the sheer number of options they have. Alright, what do we need here? 20. Alright, we do that one. Don't need any other rooms over there. Oh, I see. So it's kind of like an evolution beyond them, but it's a third one. I see. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so it might be usable. Oh, that's kind of cool then. Because based on its shape, it seemed like it was just the first form. But it actually would be a final form. Let's see. Purple to yellow, do you do anything? Yes and no. We land extra turn, but it's an extra turn that's immediately denied. So, we need to wait till you get cleansed. Can we wait that many turns? Come on, cleanse, go! Did he deny our alignment? No, kind of. We're not frozen on red. Let me go for that first. Alright, let's just go for it because we're not frozen on skull, even though we are frozen on the other option. This leads to a really weird situation where I can't take all that yellow, but I can take the skull, so we deny that. That gives him a lot of yellow mana I can't do anything with, though. So we're just going to cast it. It's not like he has any Valraven there or something. If he did, we'd probably use Bork there instead, but he does not, so we don't need to worry about it. Alright, I was about to cast that ring, apparently not anymore. But as long as our guard's avatar is not the one taking damage, we should be okay here. We just do that, ideally have skull alignment, we do, boom, dead. And as match, if you could just get poked one more time. One more time, boom, there we go. Nice. Okay, what do we have next? And there's our double Dooms, of course, as we've been getting. Oh no, this is actually going to be our final fight already. Though we should be able to finish up tomorrow. Based on what these rooms look like. Also, we're scouted all the way to 25, which is pretty nice. Means if we had the sigils, we could technically finish right now, but we'll finish tomorrow. What floor are we on again? 21. So the only thing I need now is 2. And we should hopefully have exact enough sigils tomorrow in order to finish out the Tower of Doom, which would be nice. Get that out of the way. Tower of Doom is generally one of those events that get done by like Wednesday or so. And this week seems no different, even with the extended rewards. Because by the time we finish on Wednesday, I'm pretty sure the rest of the guild will have their points in enough that the whole thing will be done. So, perfect. Alright, do we have skull alignment? No. Well, we do have a poke. But we do have yellow alignment. We're not frozen this time, so we can go for it. Take a skull into his skull into his skull. Take a red that does nothing. And then we just Bork it down. Come on, Bork. There we go. That's match. I was wondering why their stats seem so low. I think that was the rare fight. So they only had like 60% stats. Because the amount of stats they have is based on the rarity of the fight. The white ones are 50%, which none of them are in Tower of Doom. The green one is 60%, 70, 80, 90, and the mythic battle is 100%. Oh, and I can't actually do it right now because we're out of sigils! No, we didn't get a Valraven. We gotta save the fireballs and heroisms for later. Anyways, that's Tower of Doom for now. I guess we'll do Underspire next because I kind of want to save the faction event for last. So we do have Underspire. We are currently on a perfect streak. And by perfect streak, I mean we currently have 0 wasted rooms from what we can currently tell. We did the first whole section to the boss room without wasting a single room. And now we are in the second section, and we don't know if we have wasted a room yet or not, but we're about to find out by going into this dead end right here. So I think the door is in one of 2 locations. It is right here to the right, or it is right here to the right. Which one it is, I have no clue. I'm pretty sure it's right here to the right, and then this gets dead-ended. However, this one still goes to the side a bit more, so I am actually going to take this one. Take our dead end, and then we'll go the other path. But I want to see this one first. I feel like the other one has a higher chance of being correct, but I do want to go this way first, as it is closer to the middle, which is more likely where it's going to want to drag us anyways. So we'll see what's over here, and then we'll go from there. So is this a dead end or the door? It has to be one or the other. It can't be anything else. No, it was the dead end. I had a feeling. Well, we finally wasted a room. Oh, there goes perfect streak. And let me guess, the door is right here to the right. There's like a 90% chance it's right here to the right. Should've just went for it. I wonder if the other shapes of the rooms have any dictation on that. Because the shapes looked a little bit different there, which almost made me want to go up as well. Not sure if that has any effect on anything. Or if they just randomly choose what shapes the rooms look like. I need damage. Can any of you get any more damage? Thank you, Infernus. Oh, well, thank you, Infernus. What a billion shenanigans just happened. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have a problem. It's this way? No way it was this way. No. Oh, we got a problem. Panic. Wait, were all 3 of these a dead end? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. There's no way it's straight up. It could be. Alright, well, let's go to the 3rd dead end. while we're hitting all the dead ends, let's go hit a third one. I should have known when I saw a triple branching path that all three would be dead end, but we'll still go down this way. Just to see. Because we're only one room away. It's only one torch wasted since we're already down here. Might as well. There's no way all three of these are dead end. Yeah, all three. Wow! Wow. Yeah, never take the path that has multiple paths. It is always dead end. Look at that. Okay, now we have a problem. Now we have a real problem as to where we need to go. Yeah, it could be any of these three now. So there's up, down, and right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to the right. I'm trying this one. I'm gonna pick our fourth dead end in a row. But, wow, this is a horrible second floor. Or second section, whatever you want to call it. What do we need here? We'll take a red. Get a little bit of mana. We don't have alignment. We'll still try for it, though. Nice. Exactly what we want to see. And, let's match. So how many more floors do we have to go to find if this one is correct? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So we should see a door to a right here or a dead end. If we see nothing, or if we see anything here that isn't a door, there's no point in going any further. Let's see. We'll take that one over. I just realized something, though. Since we don't know where door is, like relative to where the boss room is, we would need to make sure that the other one is near main path. So there's a good chance this one is actually dead end, because it's so far away from any of the paths. It's probably the, actually, I'm pretty sure I already know what it is. This one's going to be the merchant. I am pretty sure this is actually going to be the merchant, unfortunately. I'll find out. No, it was the door. Interesting. Which means up or down is either merchant or boss room. Which one's more likely to be merchant now? So there's the door. So how many torches have we wasted so far? Only 4. It's still a lot, though. But we wasted 4 torches so far in this floor. Where's main path? Because this might have actually not been wasted. These 3, or these 2 might not have been wasted. Because now that we know that main path is here, because this is what I was talking about earlier when I was mentioning the other thing. Because we need it to be 6 off of this. So 1, 2... it's possible. It's probably the merchant, though. But, I don't know. I feel like both up and down will probably dead end. It seems like the more likely bet. We're already almost scouted over here, so I'm just going to go for it. We're already halfway here, unlike the other 2 that we barely even touched. So if it's not this way, we wasted less torches than if we went one the other ways. There's one of the other ways I've kind of been spending torches on some of the mistakes as well. In order to minimize how many we spend, even if I think a way is not necessarily the path, if we're only wasting like a torch or 2 to do it, I don't mind doing it as much. Because it gives us information on where the door actually is. Even if we don't end up getting it. Because you're not wasting as many torches if you already have, like, you know, almost the entire path identified. Just going the extra 1 or 2 isn't that big a deal. Well, it still ends up wasting one, though. Yeah, never go any multi-path. Every multi-path is a lie. It makes it think like there's like a higher chance that there's a room there. It never is. Look at that triple dead end. That's 5 torches wasted over there. Alright, now the dilemma, up or down. Neither of them are scouted any further, so we'd have to go 6 deep. Let's do a poll. Let's do a quick poll. Up or down? And we shall take whatever the higher one is. Start poll. Which direction? Up or down? As we don't really have much of another choice at the moment. There we go. Whatever wins in like the first minute, we'll go do. You just wasted 9 torches today? Oh no, we're up to 5 wasted. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, we wasted 5 today. Which honestly isn't too bad. And while we're waiting, we'll go do this battle because we have to do this battle regardless of what path we take, so might as well take it now. As it is required to take regardless. Alright, we'll take this blue one. Get our convert in there. Get an Infernus. And that's basically match. Wipe him out with the Magma Dragon. Speaking of which, even though I won't be using Magma Dragon for the faction today, we are using him for this team, if nothing else. Because we're not going to need him for the faction. Because we're not doing pure faction or anything. Looks like up is slightly winning. So it looks like we might be going up. I don't know, which way do I think it is? So far the door has been liking to be... The Doom has been liking to go next to the door. But I do feel like down's going to be merchants. So yeah, we'll go up. Poll's currently saying up, we'll go up. Just double checking everything. Alright, should be good to go. Up it is. Also, hello, Genki. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Welcome, welcome. Hope all has been well. And pull. There we go. Okay. So, what do we need next? We'll take a skull. We'll take a... Honestly, I almost want to go replace this guy with the new guy. I haven't had the chance to use the new guy as much. And I've gotten my fill of him for the week at this point. So I kind of want to switch back to the other guy now. Luckily, unlike Underworld, we can switch at any point. I can just switch my team on the fly right now. So I think we're going to do that. Try the new wildcard guy. Oh, so why did I cast that twice? That was a waste. And there we go. The only problem with that is he does block on purple. Let's see, do I feel any more confident with that? Not sure. Alright, let's go replace out, what's his name again? The Jeweled Golem. Also, why on earth is my banner minus purple? Did I forget to change that earlier? Like, brown-red is correct. Minus purple is extremely wrong. Let's see. It might have been one of the teams I forgot to change the banner for. Let's see, I want like a brown-red. Let's see. We can get a red-brown, I guess. Oh no, we can get brown-red. Yeah, I definitely forgot to change it earlier. That or I didn't mind a minus is blue. Oh, I see. I had to have minus something with the other team. But now that we're not using blue, we can minus blue, which is nice. Alright, nice. Also, this was a pure Elementals team earlier, I believe. But now that's not. I'm gonna go Titan. One of the reasons I was making it pure Elemental was for the extra 6 magic or whatever it is, which is nice. But now that we don't have it, I'm just going Titan now. For that half mana start to make it a little bit quicker. And just so we're blocking his brown a little bit less for the wild card guy. And we still don't have his spell reduction yet. Definitely need to. What do we need? What do we need? What do we need? I want a red for yellow. Okay, we got a purple off of randomly from Sky, but not the thing we actually needed. Oh well, better than nothing, I guess. He'll poke us. We'll do the thing. Can we do anything with this? This is poke him. Oh, he's already dead. Good. And there we go. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Gonna have to make a determination at this double path. Onto which one is gonna be more likely. Not sure if we're gonna pull that one though. Can't pull them all. I'll take the brown. If we already have enough damage, I might as well just rush mana on weapon and just wipe them. Kind of forgot we're at that low of a damage range right now where hero just get one click wipe. Ooh, why is there so many paths? About to waste so many torches. 1, 2, 3. There's a double path over here. You know that's double dead end, so I'm going over here. You know what's going to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Boss room. Calling it now. I am near certain that is the boss room right there. Based on all the information we have. And based on the pattern that it loves to do. Let's see. We'll take that one over. Take that one over. What's your boost ratio again? Brown gems. Oh. There we go. Look at that mana. We got a new Centurion in the house. And he's boosted by browns. Instead of skulls. Which honestly is way more convenient. Yeah, it's pretty strong. No, oh wait, it actually went right. Well, I guess still could be the boss room though. I'm still going for it. We came this far. Might as well go one more to find out. But I'm surprised the boss room did not go down into that little hole. That hole is just a hole. It's completely surrounded, so it can't possibly be filled by any other means. Hello, Isabel. Welcome, welcome. You're having horrible allergies. Oh no. Hope you get better soon. Yeah, I generally get pretty bad seasonal allergies. I've actually been pretty good with it lately. Hasn't been as bad. Still got pretty bad asthma at times though. Some things just trigger it really hard. But seasonal changes haven't been hitting me as much. No! We found the thing, but not the right thing. That's unfortunate. Oh, we're gonna waste a lot of torches today. We are on like a, gosh, how big of a torch streak miss are we on right now? 9? I think we're on like 9 wasted torches. Hopefully we don't max out the section. That'd be very bad. Oh wait, I just realized. The boss room is guaranteed. We found the Doom. Which means the next fight is the boss room. What? Wait, I thought the Doom was always in front of the boss room. Also, why did I even come this way? You know that the double path is always a double dead end. I always thought the Doom fight was in front of the boss room thingy thing. Is it not? Apparently not. Well, the answer was down. The answer was indeed down. Actually, I don't even have enough torches to reach it today. We've wasted so many torches. That's unfortunate. Last week, with double perfect, we were able to reach the boss room both times, spending only 50 gems. We've spent 150 both days, and I'm not even going to be able to reach the boss room today. That's unfortunate. A little unlucky on pathing. Yes, it was indeed down. We should be able to go all the way in to be able to see the boss, but we won't be able to actually fight the boss today. Looks like we'll need to throw some extra this weekend. At least we know exactly how much we've thrown down so far. So far, we've spent 300 gems on the mode. And we'll keep track throughout the entire mode and see what it comes out to in the end. And it does seem like so far, based on this current rate, that we're going to be spending a little bit more this week compared to some. But who knows, maybe we'll get lucky on some of the later ones. We still had a flawless first section too, which helps us out a decent amount on torches. Alright, we should be able to guarantee see it from here, right? Is there another path I'm forgetting? Because otherwise... Oh! No, it's still going to keep branching from here. I forgot, it's actually one from here. Oh no. We're going to have to play guess that path again still one more time. Because it's going to give us 2 options. And unless it directly shows us a dead end here, which I highly doubt. We're going to have to choose one or the other. Let's see. Oh gosh. It's this way. You know why? Because this is double path. So there's a 100% chance it's not that way. It is 100% over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 100%. There's 110%. I am so confident on this one. There's a 99% chance the boss room is this way. It would never be on the double path. It has never been. They just do that to make it seem like it's more probable, but it's always double dead end. Boss room, boom. Wait, we can't see it yet? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't count. The boss room is right there. We still need to go one more room to be able to see it. But guaranteed that's double dead end. 100%. Alright, so we'll get our boss room tomorrow and then start heading to section 3. Or sorry, section 2. Well, yeah. No. Yeah. Because this is section 2. That becomes section 3. Anyways. But still, we're 2/6 the way through on the second day, pretty much. So we're still on pace, as long as we don't get this unlucky every single day. So assuming that is the boss room, how many torches did we waste today? Let's just do a tally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 torches wasted. That's a lot of torches. That's almost like a whole day of torches. All on misses. Unfortunate. And that's assuming that's the boss room. There is still a small chance that isn't, though I am pretty confident it is. Oh yeah, Dragon Gnome bait. You know what? They're trying to sell it for $5. We're gonna buy one for free. So you know what we still haven't done yet? I'm not gonna do all the Legends Reborn battles tonight. I'll probably save them for tomorrow. However, there is one thing I'll do tonight. Let me double check that we don't have a pet active. We do not. I'm gonna go get our guaranteed pet gnome. So of course, one thing that we got from Legends Reborn is the Tesla buff, as if Tesla needs another buff. And I haven't bought it yet. It's 1,350 gems. You can get this in the future in about 6 weeks from now for free if you can find it randomly. However, I'm just going to max it now. We get a pet gnome bait from this. We get a cursed gnome bait from this. And the reason I didn't want to do it last weekend was during Vault events, you already have such a good rate of getting pets that, you know, it would just kind of be a little bit wasted. But it won't be wasted if we just go and do one of these. So I'm just going to take a nice easy fight, get like a Zolgoth build out or something, and just go wipe this real quick. And there should be a guaranteed pet gnome. And there's our pet gnome. And the next one will have a cursed gnome. Alright, let's take a purple. Throw it down. Don't you dare get all the greens you need. Let's go wipe them. And let's match. Just go kill out everything else. And as match, we'll throw down Tesla in case she somehow finds a way to win. She does have scaling based on her armor, so you never know. And dead. There we go. Dead. How are you not dead? Dead. Dead. How much is your score reduction? How much is 50%? That's the biggest 50% I've ever seen. There we go. And we got a useless pet from it. Yay! I think that's the one for purples. When you use like 4... Oh, I wish that was a real one. If only. I need you. I need all the verse 3s we could possibly get. Anyways, yeah, that's a useless one, unfortunately. It is a magic bonus when you use pure purple teams, but I'm pretty sure almost everyone in my guild has it maxed already. It's one of the earliest ones they've ever added. Unfortunate. But now, next fight we do will be a Curse Gnome, so let's go do that real quick. Let's do it off of a quick kill Dust of Void, I guess. So this is guaranteed to have a Curse Gnome in it. And there's a Curse Gnome. Come on, 15. You can do anywhere from 10 to... How did you live? Oh, you have 10% this week. Oh. Well, we can't do that this kingdom this week. But this is guaranteed to be anywhere from 10 to 15 curse shards. And we got 14. Not bad. Almost his highest roll. One off. That is a perfectly solid drop to be getting from him. Fortunately, the pet was bad, but the curse rune was good. And of course, the main reason we did that was not for either of those two things, but for this maxed out Tesla pet. So now Tesla gains 5 to all stats. Obviously, some of that is very useless. Most notably, the magic. However, that is 5 more armor for Tesla, and that's more damage for Tesla. That's effectively almost 2 more damage for Tesla, which, you know, that adds up on top of the billion damage she already has. Like, obviously, that's not much of an impact to how much she already hits, but she already hits so ridiculously high, so having 2 hires, you know, it doesn't hurt. Alright, there we go. Anyway, so with that out of the way, let's go play our dailies real quick. Got like 25 gems standing over here. Might as well go click it real quick, go through dungeons, and then I'll probably spend most rest of the time doing Underworld, as we do have a faction event today. One for Fire Rift, for good old Broken Spire. And it shouldn't take that long. We're just going to rush a Guards Avatar team against it, which we've already been running for a couple other things this week, but he's just really good for a lot of things this week. Oh, it's hello, Beer! Hello, Frank! Hello, Chad! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, Jamie, if I didn't already say hi. Welcome, welcome. 2 weeks ago, you spent so many gems, and it took you on a wild goose chase around the top of the Underspire, and you wasted so many torches. Yeah. There's a lot of dead-end things that can happen in Underspire. Even with all the strategies. But as long as we can get it under, like, 130, I'm honestly kind of happy with how much the gem cost will ultimately be. Because we're getting what? If we spend 150 per day, that is 17 torches. 17 times 7 is 130... No. It's 105, right? I can't do math right now. 17 times 7. Yeah, because 10, 7, 17... Why can't my math do brain? It's 119. If math did brain correctly. Yeah, it should be 119. No, I do not want to fall for the trap. No, we fell for the other trap instead. Let's just go take these out with like Zolgoth or something. I'm not sure why I'm using this version of Catharix. I don't like it as much as some of the others. Like Catharix Zolgoth, like it's good, but it's probably my least favorite way of using Catharix. Hello, Thrall? Can you not kill yourself with 50% reflect? We just got so many skulls that he killed himself with skulls. I don't think I've ever seen that before. Where I didn't deliberately go for skulls, and the skulls chained together so many that he actually died. I think that is the first time I've ever seen that. Very unfortunate. He took like 3-4 skulls in a row, and with it he killed himself off 50% reflect. Because he had so much durability. Or, you know, the enemy did. Plus we're Jinx, so we have 20% less stats too. It also means we have 20% less attack, so I guess it would come out to be the same regardless if we were Jinx or not. I'll catch you later, Chad. Thanks for stopping by. Alright, let's get our Thrall in there. Let's go for the Catharix Miss first. We'll go for that. I wish I would have full mana'd you. Oh. Oh, come on. You had a higher chance of extra turning and you still don't land it. Fortunate. Alright, we'll kill that one out. Can we even kill you with skulls? No, why am I even trying? There's no way you're going to break through on that. And as Mitch, if he'll ever let me have a turn. Watch him extra turn now. No, he'll just do a pure miss. What's new? He always loves to do it when you no longer need it anymore. I said, hello, Beg! Welcome, welcome. Yesterday you mentioned the shiny keys. What would the reason be? Oh yeah, I still need to go cover that video. I got a little bit caught up again today. I am so behind on things. But yes, I still do want to cover it. The shorter bridge version, though I do want to go over a little bit longer in a video. But the shorter bridge version is mostly the shiny dust system returns so little that you pretty much want to keep all your keys on reserve for now. But the longer, like 10-minute version, I do still want to cover a video for. And it will be up hopefully tonight. Not tonight, hopefully tomorrow morning. I meant to today, but got caught up a bit. Let's see, we'll throw that one down. I just kind of wanted to do like a little summary thingy on it. Because I've played it a couple times on stream. But I wanted to do it in a video just so it could be referenced a little bit easier. But yeah, have you guys been spending the keys? Because I know some people did last week for the troop. And honestly, it wasn't too bad because last week's troop was kind of good. I am personally going down the hoarding route. I was even considering using at least some last week for the decent troop that was that week. But of course, they're always going to keep adding good new ones in the future, so... there's always going to be a reason to kind of hold on to them. Because there's basically a double reason as to why you would hold. One being how many shiny troops currently exist. The second reason being, they're always going to keep adding new ones. Or, you know, new good ones. And eventually, who knows, maybe it'll be like the best one we've ever seen. Yeah, this week's troop is honestly pretty good. But so can the one like 10 weeks from now or something. Yeah, this week's troop is actually pretty solid. It's basically Centurion, but for Browns instead of Skulls. And you normally have better access to Browns on a given team than you do Skulls. Alright, we did that, we did that, we did that. Have we done all the things pretty much? No. The only thing we have not done is the actual thing that is today. The biggest event going on in Gems of War today. The only thing we have not done. The faction event. Of course, faction event still gives the same loot as always. 2 orbs of Vault Key. Not the greatest of loot, but definitely worthwhile. And for that reason, yeah, let's go do it. I do need to go grab the team, though. Where's my team from the Monday video, this one? So we're just using standard guards avatar. Which is any explodey weapon that does not block it. Followed by... Where did the event go? There it is. Followed by... Surcoat and Hadley. Followed by guards avatar, Surcoat and Hadley. And a Harpy Mage all the way in last slot. We don't have access to as many good Empowers this time around. However, Harpy Mage is essentially turned to Empower. With all the potion effects. Mostly the enchant one. So if he doesn't automatically already get to full mana, we can simply just do it off of that. Also, you know one thing I forgot to do earlier when we should have been doing? I was wondering why our Guard's Avatar was hitting a little bit worse earlier. You should be on pure armor for using Guard's Avatar, same as Rowan and a few others like that. Even Tesla, you normally want to go down that route. Unless you need the 20% as well when you go 20% and then 16 armor instead. But, yeah, we do need to make sure to get that extra armor. He hits harder with it. He gains much more of a benefit from 8 armor than he does from 4 magic. Mostly because he gains half the benefit from magic. Mostly to make sure he wouldn't go like too out of control. They end up having his damage from it. It was always like that. He was never nerfed into that. It was just always a mechanic. Just to make sure he never got like too much damage. Because he definitely would have if they didn't. And luckily the layout for this place isn't the most annoying. It's honestly, no, I wouldn't say it's one of the better ones, but it's far from what I would say the worst layout is. You spent yours? Honestly, spending them right now isn't too big a deal. But spending a lot of them anytime soon would not be ideal. Hey, if you spend like 20-ish keys, 30-ish keys right now, it wouldn't make too big of an impact overall. But I do believe the higher value is in hoarding them at the moment. Oh, have you been buying all those quick start things? It definitely seems better than the midweek one, that's for sure. The midweek one gives very weird value compared to the other one. Actually, do we have access to it yet? No, we don't until tomorrow. Yeah, the midweek one that they keep doing seems to be not as worth it. But the other one that they have over the weekend seems to be slightly more worth it. Mostly just because of the scarcity of shinies. I'm personally not going for them, though. Because there's no way I'm spending $10 every week on top of everything else we're already doing in this game. Because that would add up very quickly. Actually, I haven't even bought the $10 season pass yet. I still need to go do that. I keep forgetting to click the button before the stream. What would happen if the devs put a shiny key in the codes in the future? Oh, that would never happen. I couldn't even get them to put a vault key in it. You know how common vault keys are? We just got 500 last weekend and we barely even tried. I wouldn't say barely tried, but you know what I mean. Like, we put in our minimum effort last weekend and still got 500. Which reminds me, Jeddah still has not sent me the codes, by the way. So if any of you guys still need Sharky, though I'm pretty sure most of you guys have gotten it by now, we will be handing out the Sharky code again tonight. I'm hoping I don't run out of them. Otherwise, I might not have Sharky codes to hand out in the future. Because I only have like 6 left, I think. There's going to be doing 1 per day until we run out, or until we have cat dog codes. Because Jeddah was making them, but she had a problem making them, so... I'm not sure when we're going to be getting codes. And I checked Discord earlier, and there was no Jetto message mentioning anything. No, I have not heard from Jetto yet. Have you heard from Jetto yet? Because you probably still need codes as well. Must be running pretty low, if not already out. What about the $25 one for the content 1 week early? I'm not sure if I'm going to do it this time around. Mostly because they still haven't really buffed the rewards for it. Which I'm kind of surprised they didn't add any like shiny keys to it or anything similar. It always lags behind, weirdly. Like, the extended pass thingy doesn't get updated for newer stuff until like a season or 2 after the fact. Because right now it seems really not as worth it compared to some of the other things. Okay, we'll take that one over. And they still haven't replaced out the power orb either, which is also the other weird one. Like, they have so many better orbs now than power. Like a major gold or a major pet. Honestly, even just a major orb. Because there's just so few things to use power on. Unless they're going to be adding another Catharix like every patch now. Because Catharix was the first thing in like 3 years that they've added that requires Power Orb. The previous was in Rage Carandera, which came out, I believe, around the time of the first campaign. We are currently in Campaign 15. The previous Power Orb option came in Campaign 1. That is how long it has been since we've gotten a Power Orb option. And I think that was 2 years, 2.5 years or so. Yeah, I think it was 2.5 years. Is how long it took between Power Orb options coming into the game. Because the first one was Zolgoth, which I believe was around 3.0? I believe, somewhere around there. Then, which was like, what, 7 years ago or something? Then, or 6 years ago. Then the second one came in when they did Seasons, which I think was like 6.0 or somewhere around there. When the campaign started, all the way back in Campaign 1. We're now in Campaign 15, and in 7.0 they finally added the third one. Of course, we've had more Doom troops since then. But those are the only 3 Power Orb costing Doom troops we've had since then. Zolgoth being the first, and Rage Carandera the second, and most recently Catharix in 7.0. And those are the only 3 things that use Power Orb in the whole game. Because they're not, it is not worth using a Power Orb to ever upgrade a troop. It is a gigantic waste of value. That reminds me, I never did craft a second Catharix yet. I kind of want to do a team with him just for the fun of it. As he does have pretty good synergy into himself. Because one thing that he likes, because of how the power gem spawning works, he kind of needs more of the power gem on the board in order to have a higher chance of extra turning. So even if you miss with the first Catharix, it would make the second one have a higher chance of landing extra turn. That doesn't mean it will, but it does mean it's more likely to, if nothing else. And more likely is slightly better, I guess. It's still gonna miss. But at least it's more likely it's not gonna miss. In theory. In practice, you know it's still gonna miss like 90% of its cast. So hello, Drigor! Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. Also, after this next stealth set, we'll go hand out a code. Because we still haven't handed out the code yet. I'm gonna go queue it up as well. Let's see, how many Sharky codes do I have left? Because these are the last codes I even have left. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 codes left. They're all Sharky codes. We'll hand one out as soon as we finish this floor. And hopefully we'll have the other codes soon. And then we can start handing out cats and dogs. I'm not sure if it's going to be one of the past year's cats or dogs, or this year's cats and dogs. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. But all I know is that we'll have cats and dogs to hand out for one of the year's International Cat and Dog Day pets. It might be this year's, it might be last year's. Oh, speaking of which, we actually get this year's tomorrow, by the way. Like the in-game version of one. I assume the ones I'm going to be getting are probably one of the past years, which is good because that means more people will not have it. I hope it's not this year's 2 pets, if she's going to make codes for them. Like, that wouldn't be horrible because it would help people max them. But, you know, it'd be more beneficial if it was one of the past ones. Because a lot of people might not have it if it's like one of the ones from like 2019 or something. Have I used the new Centurion? I was using it some for the Underworld thingy. He's a lot of fun. He's basically just Centurion for brown. He does require like 4+ browns for him to really do a lot of value. But when he does, he gets a lot of value. He's basically like full mana entire team. If you have a lot of hefty mythics, it probably wouldn't be full mana, but you know, he gives a lot of mana. I'm curious to see how he'll work once he has all his upgrades. Because we're going to have 1 lower mana cost, which brings him down to 12, which is more standard for a golem. The next upgrade will probably make him spawn at least 1 more wild card, I would assume, which makes him a lot more consistent. And then his final upgrade brings him down to 11 mana costs, which for how much mana he can accumulate makes him way stronger than Centurion at that point. Like, fully maxed Jeweled Guardian, or whatever his name is definitely stronger than Centurion since it can't be maxed. As far as non-upgraded, I would say they're about on the same level. But once the other thing does get upgraded, it's definitely, like, definitively better Centurion. But I would say in their current state, they're about equal. Because they're both 13 mana costs. They both just spam wild cards. The benefit of Centurion is you know where it's going to go. So you do have some upside in that regard. But the big downside of Centurion is what if you don't have alignment? You have to wait a turn or two. Or possibly even more. Whereas the other guy, you can cast them pretty much whenever there's 3+ brown clustered. Ideally 4 or 5, but you can do it with as little as 3. Technically even less than that, but ideally you'd want to wait till at least 3 browns clustered. Which most boards have at least 3 brown. There's 1, there's 4. Though we do have a brown storm right now, though of course you could simply just put a brown storm on his team, not too hard to do. Especially because, doesn't Geomancer get brown storm? I actually forget. Because they're a construct, so you can actually half mana start it. Which is interesting because, once we have the 1 mana reduction on the construct, on the new golem, he actually has a 6 mana cost turn 1, regardless of if he's 11 mana cost or 12. The reason for this is when he gets 50% mana started, I believe he only gets 5 out of his 11 when he gets 50%ed, because it rounds down. Which means he's actually the same distance from max mana for his first cast, regardless if he has his first upgrade or his third. Which is pretty convenient, because that means when combined with Geomancer, he is basically his lowest mana cost only with his first upgrade, which we'll have pretty much tomorrow or Thursday. So that'll be interesting to see, as he's basically max mana, or max mana reduction, with only 1 upgrade rather than the 2. Because he'll only be blocking the 1, and on turn 1 for his first cast, it's the same mana cost regardless. If he had 11 or 12, because 50% still makes it 6 regardless. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out. I definitely want to go mess with him more once we get him shiny. We gotta wait till like Wednesday or Thursday or so. Because once he has that 1 lower mana cost, it'll be a lot more enticing to use. Because then you can double 3 into him. With 13 mana cost, it's really clunky to double 3 into a troop. Like, you still could, but you require a lot of banners, and it's just not as consistent. But with double 3 into 12, it works really, really easy. I actually mentioned that in the past, that there's basically 2 -1s that have the biggest amount of impact within the game. Actually, there's several. But I would say 2 of the bigger ones are an 11 mana cost going down to 10, a 13 mana cost going down to 12, and a 15 mana cost going down to 14. Are probably the 3 biggest -1s you could have on a troop. Just because of what it allows you to do with banners and just the overall team setup from having even just 1 different there. Let's see. Going for the Tina 9000 pet? Yeah, I'm still considering if I should go for one or not. I generally don't like throwing monies at things like that, because I know for sure we're just going to get in the future. But after how unlucky we've gotten with Infernus Imp, I feel very tempted to buy a copy of it. I have never seen such horrible luck. Infernus Imp has been in a drop table for over a year now, and I still have not gotten a copy of it. I think it is the longest duration I have ever gone with a pet that's in the drop table that I've proceeded to not actually get as a drop. Which is more so a problem with the current state of pet drop tables. Because as you saw earlier, I just triggered a pet event, but it was a pet that I already have maxed. And one suggestion that has been given to them many, many times is pet gnomes, since normally they're money locked, or at minimum like 1,350 gem locked, that a pet gnome bait should always trigger a pet that the person doesn't have maxed. A non-cosmetic pet that the person doesn't have maxed. And currently it doesn't do that, but it really should. Honestly, I think all pets that are activated by a specific player should always be based on one that they don't have. But at least minimum pet gnome bait should, if they're going to charge money or a very high amount of gems for it. Because those are the only 2 ways that are currently ever obtainable. Though the gem method is basically a free way of getting it, in the sense that, well, for one, it's no money. But the other way that's free is you're doing it more so for the pet, not for the pet gnome bait. Like, we did not do that for the pet gnome bait, which is a byproduct of us maxing the pet through that method. You only buy them for the books. Yeah, you go 2 tiers and get the, what is it, like 3 or 4 books for 15 bucks? I haven't bothered doing that because they've made those books like arbitrarily rare. Just so that people would spend money on it. And for that reason, I just haven't. Obviously, we've gotten them through like season passes and stuff. But I've never bought in an offer that was pretty much like just for the books. Which buying 2 tiers in pretty much would be. You would only need one offer for the pet, or the $5 one. Going in 15 gives you the scroll thingies. Which, while they are needed, that's just way too much money to spend. Like, if you did that every single time to max out a kingdom, we're talking... How much do you need for a kingdom? Like 50-something of them? 60-something of them? How many books do you need, again? I completely forget. Zhejian, how many books do you need to max one? We're talking 28. You get, what, 3 per thing? Let's do the math on this. 28, 3 per thing. Where do you buy these again? Wasn't it 3? No, you get 4. So 28 divided by 4 is 7. 7 times 15. So you're talking $105 to max a kingdom. That's a lot of money. There are 36 kingdoms? There are 37 kingdoms in the game. If you were to keep buying that pet offer 2 times in, it is $105 to max a kingdom, which is why I have not ever bothered buying that a single time. Because maybe like once or twice it doesn't seem too bad for $15, but if you break it down for an entire kingdom, it is literally $105 to max each, which that's a little pricey. Just a little bit. Well, if you are going to spend money on the game, I guess it's not as bad compared to some offers they have in the game. But that's still $105 per max kingdom, and that's not even counting the Imperials. That's just assuming you already have the Imperials through other means, which generally you would in the current state of the game. Obviously, the deed books are more so the bottleneck. I know, if they offered it that frequent, true. We've only had, like, what? We haven't even had 7 Legends Reborn, now that I think about it. I say that as if they're common enough that that could even happen. Because haven't we only had, like, 6 to 8 of them? Or something? And you need 7 of them to occur into the same color to max the kingdom. Though, of course, you get the books from other means as well. You're wondering about the Medal of Seasons? Newbies don't get those anymore. They do. You still get Medal of Seasons. The way that you get Medal of Seasons is during a world event, which occurs about... Oh, yeah, that is true. World events don't occur as much these days, so they actually are a little bit harder to get in that regard. But basically, the way that you get Medal of Seasons is about once every 4 weeks, there's a world event nowadays, whereas it used to be almost like every single week. But about once every 4 weeks, there's a world event. And when there is, you will get a bunch of tokens that will give you some kind of buff during that world event, normally like some extra magic or something. Those, during the event, are not Medals of Seasons. However, after the event, they all get converted to Medal of Seasons. So if you just get whatever tokens you get during that event, during a world event, get converted to seasons after the world event. But yes, world events only occur about once per month now, whereas before they used to occur like almost every week. They definitely have greatly reduced the rate at which they occur now. So yes, it is harder to get Medal of Seasons now. Though in all fairness, you don't really need that many of them. You only ever need like 2 or 3 of them. These are either running 20% into 2 seasons or 3 seasons. And a lot of time running magic is better if you happen to have access to it. Like 20% into 2 Nishas or 3 Nishas. Which I believe we're actually running right now. Oh, no, we're not. We're actually running 4 guards right now. Or 3 guards, I mean. But the only reason for that is because we're running Guard's Avatar. Of course, the guard token is good with Guard's Avatar. I would sure hope it would be. Though there is something that's kind of funny. Medal of Orpheus is not actually good when using Orpheus. Voice of Orpheus. Because they both already have Cleanse, so you don't need Cleanse to cleanse your Cleanse. Because you already have a Cleanse option. There's one of those few situations where the thing that's based off of is not actually good synergy. And that's one thing I will never get over. One of the strongest medals in the entire game, the Will of Nisha, or the, the Nisha medal. The actual troop of Will of Nisha is one of the worst mythics in the game. Not the absolute worst category, but like D-tier mythic, pretty much. It is such a horrifically bad mythic, which is really weird because it's basically the strongest, and definitely rarest, medal in the entire game. Yet, the actual troop based on it is horrible. It's just an AoE troop that gains like a little bit of magic when it casts, with no boost ratio, with a really high mana cost relative to no follow-up. Like Guard's Avatar does more damage than it. Which is pretty sad. Like, it's such a small amount that the average legend that hits all enemies is stronger than Will of Nisha, a mythic that hits all enemies. Which makes no sense at all. I'm actually surprised she's never been buffed over the years, given that there's a medal named after her. I'm also surprised they haven't really added more medals. The only new medal we ever got since medals existed were Medal of Seasons. Or the season medals, whatever they're called. We have not gotten a single new medal since then. I was kind of hoping they would add a new one like every year or something similar. But we've not gotten a new medal in like, what, 3-4 years now? It's been a long while. I sure hope they still add more. There's so much mechanical things they could end up doing with it. Because we only have one that actually takes place actively, and it's Orpheus. It's the only stunnable one. All the other ones take place at the beginning of battle. And there's so many things that they could do with that system, and they haven't done any over the years. Which I'm kind of surprised. Especially if they made them legendary or mythic rarity, or, you know, that way they could try selling them some because you know they're going to want to. Like, do you want early access to this medal and not want to farm it for like 5 or 10 hours and explore? Well, here you go. Here's an offer for it. But still, even if they're going to monetize it, which they're obviously going to, I still want more medals. Be cool to have some different mechanics. It's going to be slightly annoying to have to go back to explore to go farm them, unless they add it through some other system. But it would be worth it for the new medals. Also, we do have to spend 30 gems this week, unfortunate. But it's worth it for the loot. Let's go do another battle or two. And that should be event completed. Oh, also, did I never hand out the code I meant to after that one fight? Wait, but here you guys go. There's the redeem code. There's also Sharky Pet code, so if you guys still need Sharky Pet, make sure to go claim it. As well as just go claim it in general. But that is a Sharky Pet code. Oh, actually, all the rest of our codes are until we have the dog codes and everything. Which cat and dog codes we should hopefully have later this week, whenever Jetto gets around to it. Finally! Wow, we've been on such an orange streak. I almost thought that was double orange for a second. Because this one technically is orange, but it's more of a bronze orange. But there we go, another glory medal. Unfortunately, it's the weakest one, but hey. Another medal is another medal. Still goes into the stack. If I could find where the updater is for it. There it is, 128. If I could type the right number. There we go. Anyways, yeah, I guess we'll end it there. That was pretty much the last thing I wanted to get done today. I believe that is everything. We've done our dailies there. We activated a pet that's useless. We finished out faction event for everything. Underspire, we wasted every torch we have. And hopefully we're 2 rooms away from the boss. And if not, oh gosh, we wasted so many torches. What else? What else? Epic Trial we already did, right? Yeah, and we already maxed out the pet yesterday. And then tomorrow we have the International Cat Day pet, so definitely make sure to not forget about it. It will only be available tomorrow. And then it will be available at some point in the future, who knows when. Who knows, maybe we'll have some codes for her if she's going to give me the codes for this year's pet. I'm still not sure if she's going to give me this year's cat and dog or next year's cat and dog. I assume it's going to be one of the last year ones, but who knows, it might be this year's. We'll find out. Yeah, so definitely make sure to get that pet. No adventure board? I already did adventure board. Or I did the relevant one, the 25 gems. I normally don't take like the super low ones. Like this amount of gold is pretty small. We have infinite trait stones, so I don't really need to touch this. So there's a lot of them I just skip over if they're not as good. But of course, the gems are always worth it, even if still need a 10. And this one was the 25 one. But anyways, guys, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. I still plan on getting that shiny video up. And aside from that, a bunch of other videos are on the backlog. Will be up soon, TM. And aside from that, I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful week. If you're still trying for the Mythic, it is still available the next few days. So if you do want to avoid getting this useless Mythic, if you don't want it for completion's sake, or if you already have it, make sure to wait until at least Friday before you open any Glory Gem Guild or VIP chests. Because if you open them between now and Thursday, or, you know, until the end of Thursday, you will still get this as the only Mythic and drop table, so don't try going for them. Wait until this Friday if you want to try getting other Mythics with your keys. Or if you do still want to try for her, make sure to do so before it expires. You have until the end of Thursday to do so. And the only reason you'd really get is for completionist purposes. We covered a video for on Friday when it came out, but it's pretty bad. It's just a very short of it. It's mostly just for completionist sake, for another star on the Kingdom. And it's blocked on 26 anyway, so you can't even get another star on it unless you're going for like 20 star or something. Though it does make getting 20 star a little bit easier if you haven't already. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys later. Enjoy your week. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.